So I'm just gonna make this little post or whatever. I don't know, man. I just feel like this is a good way for me to vent. Having a little difficulty. Um, so I'm gonna run out. I'm just gonna. I'll just put my shit out here. I don't care. What the fuck do I have to lose? I don't have anything anyway, so I don't care. Um, I got issues with people like. No, that sounds horrible. I don't come from the best family. Okay, my family. There's a saying, and in the Batman Rises with Heath Ledger as a Joker, where Alfred tells Batman, sometimes some people just want to see the world burn. Like, they have no purpose, they have no point, there's no logic to it. They just want to see the world burn. And I happen to live with people kind of on that scale. Like, my eldest sister, she is, like, the older one out of all this, she is definitely, like, that person to the T. She lives off of drama. No lie, no joke, no exaggeration. She lives off of drama, she lives off of talking violence, she lives off of anger. She's 34, some shit like that. And it's like, I'm a 20. Let me just clear this up right now. So I'm a 29-year-old, basically loser who lives at home at mom's house still, right? Due to some reasons, but there's no excuse. It is what it is, I just don't feel like going right now. Why and all that other shit. But my son's watching his little pumpkin show. That's the music you're hearing in the background. Sorry about that. But I also live with my nieces, and my sisters. And I have a 17-year-old niece, right? It just... Let me say this before I say that, right? I'm a really, really nice guy. I'm too nice, actually. I allow people to use me, manipulate me, and I will forgive and let it happen again and again and again and again and again and again, And lately, I would say the last 6-7 months, I've kind of cut that out, Like, I kind of stopped that. I stopped allowing it. But I thought that it makes things easier in one way, but it makes it a lot harder in a lot other. Like it's easier in the sense that I don't have to smoke up all my weed with these people, and that's about it. But it makes it harder in the sense that, like, I feel that in my household I'm like a lightning rod. Without me, I feel that there would be a lot of charges pressed, cops called, fights happening, like violent fights. So I think that me staying in the area that I'm in and staying at this point in time actually helps other people. So there's like a positive out of it. Yeah, I feel like I'm helping others, but it's causing my blood pressure to go up. I have COPD. I get stressed out really, really bad, and it's like things like this. I'm gonna give I'm gonna give an example, just because it's something I can think of. Sit down. Sit down. I'm gonna give an example since it just recently happened. So I was talking with my niece, she was having a regular talk, and she was like, "Oh, guys keep coming after this girl, Charlie something, some TikTok bitch," and I don't mean it. I don't. For everyone freaks out. Oh, you said bitch. You call her a bitch. Listen, it's just how I talk. I'm not saying she is a bitch. I'm not saying she's a female dog. I'm not saying she's a horrible fucking being. I'm not saying anything like that. She's a little kid, all right? And I had an issue because she's like, oh, well, people are saying she shouldn't be in a bikini. And I kind of agree. And it's not like, listen, you can be a 15-year-old girl, 16 or 17-year-old, you can be 14, 13, 12. You can have a bathing suit on and do a dance, right? But everyone on this website, or on this fucking platform right here on YouTube, knows what I'm talking about when I say that all you're doing, you're feeding pedophiles, and it's every little girl that's over sexified. That's my issue, is how over sexified, or how, I'm trying to think of the word, how over sexualized it is. Like, it is super sexualized. Like, the whole doom, and then the whole little hip thing with the two butt smack. Like, that, no 15-year-old girl in a bikini should be doing that for a camera, for mad people to see that. Like, what is so hard with putting on shorts and a fucking tank top? And I'm not saying it like, oh, women shouldn't be able to wear what they want. You should. You absolutely should. But all I'm saying is think about it. If you're putting this online, you're giving pedophiles the right to watch you. You're giving, maybe guys that aren't pedophiles that just think that you, so like this little girl, the Charlie chick, she looked like she was like 18, 19. And it makes me mad because that leads guys to think that that leads guys to be scared. Like, I'm terrified. I gotta ID a bitch, you know? You can't tell me you're 21 because I don't know anymore. You know, go sit down. Go sit down. So, you know, like, that scares the hell out of me. I don't want to go out and try to date this girl that got into a bar because she looks like she's 21, but she's really 17. You know, like, that's not cool. And I'm getting tired of seeing these 5-year-olds, 6-year-old, 7-year-old girls being over-sexualized too. It's horrible. And she's like, well, you don't have a uterus, so you don't have an opinion. And I'm like, well, you can't get mad at me for me personally having an opinion. Like, that's my God-given right. I don't even believe in God, but that's my right as a human being, is that I can believe in whatever I want to believe in. And I can have an opinion on whatever I want to have an opinion on. And she's like, well, you don't have a uterus. And in that moment, I wanted to be like, well, you don't have any kids, so you don't have a say. Like, because it's like, you have no idea how that girl's father feels about that. You don't even know if her dad knows about it, because he might be one of those old guys that are not online, that don't have a TikTok. So he has no idea that his little girl's sitting there shaking her ass in camera. You know, like, that's my issue with it. Oh, well, you're not a woman, you don't get to do this, that, and the third. And I'm just like, dude, chill out. It's my opinion. And I get, and this is, like, go back 5 seconds. Pause. Alright, I went downstairs, so I was like, I'm not gonna argue with you. And I said to myself, let me just say this one thing, and that's it. I went back upstairs and I go, hey, I just wanted to let you know that you didn't have to yell at me, and you don't have to fight with me over my own opinion. Like, I'm allowed to disagree. And I thought that went well at first. I thought it went well because she was like, oh, yeah, you're right, too. But she keeps trying to explain her point. And I'm like, yo, I get your point. It's not that you're explaining it wrong. It's not that you're explaining your point poorly or anything. I understand your point, but I disagree with your point. And you're only fighting so hard for this because you're 17 and you're trying to, yeah, and you know yourself, but you have no idea. Oh, she doesn't make no money. She doesn't make no money. Listen. A lot of people on TikTok do make money. A lot of people don't. A lot of people do. Like, and it's like, if I Google this girl's net worth and it comes up to 100 million or $1 million, then you look stupid. And I'm trying to make you understand that she's not just sitting there in a bikini for no fucking reason. She's not that dumb. And maybe the first or second time she was that dumb, she didn't notice. But then there's a point where you look at your views and you notice, hey, my fully clothed video only got 50,000 likes and views. But the one of me in my bikini got 100,000, 200,000, 250,000, 1 million. Which one are you gonna go for? Me personally, I'm gonna say true to myself. But not a lot of people are like that. Once they see what they can be and what they can bring in, they do it. And I just, it just bothers me a little bit. It's just not like I'm mad or anything about it. I'm not mad or angry about it. It's just like Jesus, man. Like, I just wish that you would let me have my opinion, because I understand. You guys want to dress how you want, and you want to feel as free as you want, and I get that. And everyone has every right to that. That's their own personal decision in life. But when you ask me my opinion, or you try to show me something and I disagree, don't fight me. And since I'm ranting and complaining and bitching, I got another complaint. Fuck it. So, yesterday, my son fell. And I do take part of responsibility because it was kind of my fault. He has, like, the seesaw little bug thing. It's like this little bug that you sit on. And he was trying to put it on the tree stump. And it's a little tree stump, like right down to the ground or whatever. But he's trying to put it on the tree stump. And he's trying to get on it, but he's like half off. Like, it's like falling to the side. So, I keep trying to put it down on the ground. I put it down on the ground. He's like, no, I don't want it on the ground. I want it on the stump. I want it on the stump. So screaming at me. He's crying, screaming. He's only 2. There he is. But he's only 2 or whatever. Like, so I set it up, and I say to myself, okay, I'll put it up on the stump since it's a flat surface, a way that he can't mess it up. That was stupid on my fault, right there. If you have a kid, they can mess up anything. You know that. And I didn't think about that. I will clearly say that I didn't think about that. But he fell. He fell. It was like 10, 15 minutes after my placing, which is actually a long time for a kid. So he was just messing with it too much. And right when I look over, he goes down and lands on his face. He's got a scrape here and a little bump on his eye. It's not horrible, you know. Boys will be boys. It is a scrape, you know. He will be fine. But my mom's boyfriend, like my soon-to-be stepdad or whatever, he's just like, oh, you set him up for failure. And I'm like, dude, I don't like the phrasing of your words. Like, you really need to chill out with how you phrase things. Like, that isn't, I would never try to set up my child to hurt my child ever in a million years. And you need to watch what you say. But I didn't say that. I just go, yeah, whatever, I'm a bad dad. Sure, whatever. Your words really don't offend me. That's what I said. And I let it be like that. And I thought it would just stop. And he's trying to laugh it off and laugh it off. Okay, whatever. You're joking. It's cool. I let it go. I wake up today. This guy is still fucking going to... And I called my mom a sheep, and I didn't say it to her face directly. I think she kind of heard it. But, like, I find you to be a sheep when you're saying verbatim, word for word, that a man has said to you. It's like you don't have a brain of your own, so you're just letting him say... You're just copying what he says so you can fit in with him or something. I don't understand that whole thing. Like, if he came up to me, oh, Lorenzo tried to set up, I'd be like, and you give a fuck why? Dude, he's not your grandkid. He's not your son. Why do you care? What are you getting out of it? You know, and it's like, I know you love me and I love you too, but it's like, dude, you see, you're sitting there trying to talk shit, and it's like, that's annoying. So I'm explaining to my niece what happened because he tried to throw it out there automatically. Oh, you know, Lorenzo set up his son to fall. And I'm just like, dude, really? You're still doing that? And that's like literally how I say it. I'm like, dude, are you seriously still trying to do this? Like, you're still trying to make me look like a bad friend? Oh, he's just joking, Lorenzo, stop that. I'm looking at my mom like, no, he's not. A joke ends then. A joke doesn't continue on to the next day when a guy wakes up and you're automatically trying to talk shit to another person. It's like, chill out. Like, chill out. Why is everything gotta be like that? Like, just chill the fuck out. You know, like, that's all. Like, that's all. Like, I don't... When you got trapped in the car seat and you couldn't get out of the car seat and you freaked out, I don't bring it up every day. I don't go and run to the next person and tell them, oh, he was trapped in a car seat, he freaked the hell out. Like, I don't... When you cursed out my mom or you called Brittany all types of names and said you would hit her in her face and knock her the fuck out, I don't bring that up like, oh, Bruce is a woman beater, he'll knock her ass out. Like, I don't say anything like that. I let it go. I let it ride because I know you don't mean it, or I know you were joking in a moment. Like, you know, like, calm down, bro. But like, you sit there and you harp on these things, and it's always this way. And this is what makes me mad. I'm super outgoing and nice to this guy because I just want to have peace, and I'm gonna be happy. And he's a really good guy and all that other shit. And I got a lot of love for him, like a dad, you know. But it's like, I sit there and I show this respect, and you go out of your way to shit on me. Like, there's this rumor that him and Brittany, I believe, created, saying that I'm the one in the whole house, in the entire house. Even when I'll have mad money at the time, I have mad weed at the time, I'll be ordering food and shit, not leaving my room at all. And I won't even leave my room except to use the bathroom at night, and it'll be like, oh, Lorenzo ate a sandwich. Oh, Lorenzo ate the ice cream. It's like, I'm lactose intolerant, motherfucker. What are you talking about? I don't have diarrhea right now. What are you talking about? But it's like, I have to be this target, like, and then, like, they try to play it off like, oh, I'm just joking, but it's like, no, you're not. It's like, I'm not stupid. I'm smarter than most of you in this house. Like, no, you're not joking. It's not funny. It's not a joke. You feel like I take the food, so you're saying it to people to make them think that, so I end up becoming this main target of your hatred and your slander on me. And it really upsets me, and it annoys the hell out of me. And it's like, bro, you say it once or twice, I get it, haha, it's funny. But it's like, bro, it's almost like every other day you see me, someone says one thing, you're like, oh, Lorenzo, you better watch out, he'll eat that. Like, dude, chill out. Like, relax. So, the moral of the story is, guys, if you're one of these people I'm talking about, try to just take a step back, listen to what someone else has to say, listen, absorb, give feedback, and express how you feel. If you can't let something go and it really upsets you to the point, or you think it's funny, maybe you should check in with that person to see if they think it's as funny. Or maybe they're not thinking it's as funny and they just wish you would let it go. That's all. Signing out. Release Lorenzo.